Well, we are in the car on the way to go see A Wrinkle in Time. My pre-movie prediction, it's not going to be that great. I don't think it'll be awful. I'm thinking somewhere in the C range, probably right flat out of C, which is a shame because the book is really good and the movie deserves to be really good, but we shall see. Welcome to Durbania. I'm Durbin.
I'm Laura.
And this is our spoiler-free review for A Wrinkle in Time. I'm excited Laura's joining me for this one. Alright, so like I kind of said on my cell phone there in the beginning, I wasn't expecting a whole lot out of this movie. So, I actually had a bit more fun with it than I thought I was going to have, but still, I don't think this is anything to write home about.
No, I'm really not going to remember this movie. Well, let's strike that. There are a couple things in this movie I'll remember, but it's not for being good.
Oh, we got to talk about one of them. We'll do it without spoilers. So let's talk about Oprah. Oprah makes a grand entrance into this film, and they really make sure it's grand.
Oh, yeah, and they just want everybody to feel that it's like, oh, this person to be respected and honored and above everybody else.
And it was a big entrance. Yes. They gave her a big entrance.
Which wouldn't have bothered me if it didn't last, like, 30 minutes of the movie.
It's so hard to do this without spoiling. I mean, granted, this wouldn't be a plot spoiler, but, you don't want to spoil too much. But the point is, the moment she enters, they do something kind of odd with her character, and they let what they do linger. And in some ways, it would be funny if it lasted, like, for that one scene.
Yeah, and it was just, like, kind of a joke, and they moved on.
Yeah, and it was a joke. But then
it was never a joke.
But then they kept it going, which then went, oh, okay. This just looks weird. Like, it looked awkward.
It didn't feel right. Green screening and the whole, like, for all of them, just felt weird when the scenes when it was dealing with that, it just...
And I know I need to watch myself when I talk about Oprah, but this is a movie review channel, and I'm not talking about her character as a human being. I am just talking about a film about a fictitious character.
Yeah, she was kind of dry.
She tried way too hard to be majestic. Like, that was my feeling when I was watching it. I felt like she was trying to be majestic rather than letting the scene and the writing, because when you read the book, her character is majestic. Yeah. The book is majestic. Like, the three the witches, whatever they are.
The what, the who.
The who's, yeah. Like, they're pretty majestic, and the way it's described in the book is pretty cool. It's just when I'm watching the movie and I'm looking at Oprah's character, I just felt like she was trying to portray majestic rather...
But she should have just really been trying to be who she is.
Exactly.
Because her personality fit that character.
Yeah.
And her personality was not in the movie, at least not for me.
Yeah, so I guess that was one of my big notes, like, she just felt like she was trying to be majestic. And there was a couple things, like, visually, I think this movie's really good. Like, they did a lot of good job with a lot of the visuals and things like that.
It wasn't something we've never seen before.
No, it wasn't anything new or groundbreaking.
But they did well with it.
Yeah.
And I thought the acting overall was surprisingly good.
It was. My favorite, Charles Wallace, the little kid.
Yes, if you've read the books, Charles Wallace is awesome.
Yes.
And in the movie, he's also awesome. Not as awesome as the books.
If you read the book, you'll watch
but
it.
He's still awesome.
And here's what you'll say when you look at Charles Wallace. Like, if he was one of your favorite characters in the book, you'll look at him in this film and you go, so close, but they did a really good job.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad, but the kid that acted him, that was his role.
Oh my gosh.
Like, he was it. It didn't feel like a kid acting. It felt like he was Charles Wallace.
That was incredible acting. Like, seriously. Like, kid actors are getting good nowadays.
They are.
And this kid lived and breathed that role, man. I mean, like, if you read it and you get a picture of Charles Wallace in your head from reading it, this kid is the embodiment of that picture. Like, I mean, seriously, it was everything I pictured when I was reading. It was incredible to get that. If you've never read the book, you'll just be like, wow, that kid is awesome. So, but anyway. And then, like...
He's supposed to be quirky and weird.
He is supposed to be quirky and weird. And a genius beyond genius with gifts and abilities beyond what we have. And so that's really cool.
So you only kind of see it tap the surface in the movie.
Chris Pine was pretty good. I mean, he's not in it enough to be, like, spectacular. But
because it's not about him. He was...
And I think they did Meg all right. Like, if you read the book, she's a little off-putting in the book. but that's because of what her character is going through, because of the pain she's going through.
Putting in the movie.
And it's because of the negative thoughts in her head. That's kind of the nice thing about the book. It's honest about the negativity that's going on in her head and what she has to do to overcome it. And they do that in the movie.
Yes.
So, like, I don't know.
Overall, like I said, it was an okay movie.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell people to go see it necessarily, because there wasn't anything on it that made me think you have to see this on the big screen. There was a couple that, like, one of my major downfalls with the movie is whenever we were getting to a kind of serious point, the musical score that they put over
Oh my gosh, it felt like what they did is they needed to promote a certain number of bands and music. And so here's like this great majestic moment, and I'm like, I'm in it. And then all of a sudden I hear this pop song. Oh, feel good! Feel good! And I don't know, it wasn't, but whatever the theme of the scene was, like whatever message the scene was trying to get across, all of a sudden they pop in a CD and you hear this music, this pop
so they
song,
can sound the soundtrack.
Singing the lyrics of what you're supposed to be thinking, and I'm like, is this an underhanded musical? This is not working for me. So anytime they did that,
I would prefer. I mean, I understand for soundtracks you want to have some songs, especially if it's Disney. I mean, they like to sell their soundtracks, but I would have much preferred music with no words.
Yeah, me too.
Because I feel like that emphasizes the point so much more in so many movies, and that was a downfall for me.
And they did the pop songs whenever it was a transition from one thing to the next, or you're supposed to be getting what you're supposed to be feeling, so they put it in the lyric. It was
the music very much is, I mean, it's trendy, and it very much, the words like fit the kids. I mean,
but it will date the movie. In 10 years,
really
the movie is now going to be horribly dated because of these random songs that they threw in there. It's like, why would you do that?
Yep. So that's how I felt about it.
That's how I felt about it. There's no bashing going on here. We like the movie.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
Now
I don't ever need to see it again.
Didn't need to see it on the big screen. Really did not. I could have done just fine seeing this on Netflix and probably would have enjoyed that better. I'm going to give it a C+, which is better than what I predicted I was going to give it. I thought it was going to be a plain old C, and I'm giving it a C+.
Well, and really, because I was expecting it to be really bad because of some reviews I read online ahead of time, so I actually am going to match yours with a C+. Normally, I'm way lower than him.
Normally I'm like the positive light here.
But it's like, because I enjoyed it. It wasn't like a D or an F movie. It wasn't terrible, but it was just okay.
Not a classic, but it was okay. And if you take your kids, it's clean and it's enjoyable. But, it's not like super memorable.
It can be a little dark for young kids.
Good point.
Yeah, just a little bit in like one or two areas, but not over the top. But that doesn't matter.
So if you saw this movie, what did you think? Laura and I have both read the book, and so it's kind of interesting to compare it to the book. So what if you've read the book and you've seen the movie? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments. Did you like this movie? Let us know. While you're there, hit the subscribe button to become a Durbanian. Hit the bell by the subscribe button so you're notified the next time I drop a movie review, a theological analysis, say how they should have done it. Check out my Justice League, how they should have done it. I'm really excited about that one with Justice League coming out here on Blu-ray.
Effort and energy. He is a huge Superman Justice League fan. You will enjoy it if you like superheroes.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that. Anyway, check out those videos. Hit that subscribe button. I'm Durbin.
I'm Laura.
Thanks for checking out Durbania.